What is up, boys? Hope you guys are doing well. Today is a bit of a change of scenery. I'm sitting here outside under this nice little tree, getting some sunlight and some vitamin D because this is the first day it's been really over 40 degrees here in Nashville and I can finally rock my shorts again, so it's been nice. So you clicked on this video clearly because you read the thumbnail, and that's no clickbait. I'm a business owner and run an influencer marketing agency. And earlier today I got an email basically saying the brand no longer wants to move forward with me, and this was potentially going to be one of our biggest clients, and I'm going to be telling you about the lessons I learned from missing out on this opportunity and what you can do, what I'm going to do differently to guarantee that this sort of amateur mistake doesn't happen again. So a little context, I'm not going to go into details of exactly who the brand was, what happened, but at a real high level, I own and operate an influencer marketing agency in the music gear space. So very, very specific. But we work with music gear brands, music brands, and artists to basically help them partner and achieve whatever the brand's KPIs are. So we had finally connected with one of the bigger brands in this space. So again, I'm not going to name because it doesn't really matter, but we had built a pretty strong rapport with them, and they really liked the idea of what we were doing and wanted to move forward. And so we set up a proposal for them that was going to be about a 6-month retainer where they'd be spending $30K for creators to produce content for their channel and other UGC. So anyway, that's kind of what the deal was for some context. But they emailed us earlier today and basically said they no longer want to move forward because of the mistakes they're going to be talking about today. So what happened? Why did he reach out to me? Basically, he said one of the creators we pitched him had reached out to them asking if the offer we were bringing to them was real and was going to actually happen. And this created doubt, obviously, in their mind, saying, okay, what is this? Is this sketchy? Is this legit? And they ended up just now not wanting to move forward with us, even though obviously we have relations with these creators and we have done deals in the past. So it was very embarrassing, and I've gone back and forth with email with them for a little bit now, but they're, again, like, right now we're not going to be able to move forward with this. So mistake number one was poor communication. The problem here wasn't necessarily a lack of the communication, rather I wasn't specific enough with the communication on both ends. And so the influencers didn't know that they weren't supposed to go reach out to Mackie directly. And the reason this is a problem is because this creates confusion for Mackie, right? Like, I'm supposed to be representing them, even though we're not exclusive, but I'm supposed to be representing them through their deals, and Mackie's supposed to come through us for the influencers. So this made them seem like, okay, is he just trying to rip us off here? So what I needed to do was essentially set up an agreement where the influencers know they're not supposed to. Now, this is something that I thought was industry standard, and so I didn't feel the need to communicate it, but lesson learned that over communication is never a bad thing, and you should always default to saying what's on your mind rather than just assuming the person already knows. So this can transfer to many different industries, and I don't need to get into specifics for each one, but the lesson here is that you should always over communicate your assumptions rather than letting them be assumptions. And then going off on that, like, this is where agreements can come into play. We should have signed non-circumvention agreements, which we've done with influencers in the past. We just did it at a different time, so that plays into that as well. And then the second lesson is really just setting up a crystal clear offer. I think the offer wasn't as clear on what we could deliver for the brand, and so there was ambiguity on their side as well, of the fact that maybe they assumed we were an exclusive agency, and so when they found the influencer reaching out to us directly, they thought, again, we were maybe just trying to scam them or whatever the issue was. And so make sure your offer is crystal clear from the get-go, so that way there's nothing you can say or do to mess that up, because I think I got to the point, and now they understand exactly what we do as an agency, but initially from the get-go, I wasn't as clear, and so they made some assumptions that weren't true, which ended up to bite us in the long run. So what am I going to do to guarantee this doesn't happen again, and what can you do as well? First of all, and this all really just comes down to communication, always default to over communicating. Never let assumptions be assumptions. And make sure your offer is crystal clear, especially if you're a service-based business doing an online service. So that's really it for this video. I know this was a bit of a rant, and I hope this made sense, because my thoughts were probably all over the place. I'm still recovering, and I'm super upset. I'm hoping I'll be able to set something up in the future with this brand. No hard feelings against them. They're great people. This was just an amateur move on my end, because I still know we could have provided them value. So yeah, don't get discouraged if something like this does happen to you. Failure is the best teacher. Success is no teacher, but failure is the best way to learn. So always remember that. Don't get too down. There's always going to be another opportunity awaiting, and as long as you can take what you learned from your mistakes and implement it into a future opportunity, you'll be fine and you'll do well. So thanks for watching this. Let me know if you like the outside content, because I love being outdoors a lot more than I do cooped up in my room. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, subscribe, comment, all that YouTube jazz, and I will see you boys in the next video. Peace.